Hello, welcome to Board Game TV. It's Thursday and we're playing Dawn of the Zeds, and this is the final standard or co-op level. We're playing the director's cut level. Now basically all it does is it makes you seed the deck with more harder cards, and you get these red color cards, which are not most of them, I would say 95% of them are horrible. So I don't suspect I'm even going to get halfway through this deck. This is a hard, challenging way to play. Alright, so I have 6 Zeds over here at the suburban track, 5 Zeds at the forest, 5 at the tunnel, 6 at the highway, and 6 at the mountain. I have 8 supplies, 4 ammo. That's a decent start, I guess. I have Sheriff Hunt. Once per action phase, he may spend his leadership action marker to give one civilian or refugees unit in a space on or next to him one free action. So we use the leadership marker. I gotta get that. Keep track. Can make gunfire attacks from 2 spaces away, but at a -1 penalty. Each time he takes a hit on a 4, 5, or 6, he ignores the hit. In every hand-to-hand combat, he is allowed a reroll. I seem to get him a lot. I don't know why I do. Who knows? But he's not bad. But new to this playthrough is Wilson the Hermit. He's a scavenger. Rolls 2 dice when conducting a forge action. When Wilson is stacked with another player unit, but not in town center, that unit can roll an extra die for all their rolls, including combat and saving rolls, and select which die to use to determine the outcome. So he's pretty good on that. Shortcuts. As part of a move action, Wilson can move from any space to the same number of space on an adjacent track for 1 movement point. A player unit in the same space as Wilson may take the shortcut as part of its own move. So basically what it's saying is, you see, this is the 4th space of the suburban track. For 1 move point, he can move to the 4th space here of the highway track, or vice, any other one on the board. Except, he does have the red diamond, so he can go in the tunnels. I guess he's a hermit. All right, so can Sheriff Hunt. He can go in the tunnels. Then we have Otto Sarge Hauser. Receives +1 to all his forged die rolls. While in town center, as an action, he can spend 1 ammo and remove 1 hit from any regular civilian's unit that is not in the hospital. Drill instructor, as an action, train a regular civilian's unit on or adjacent to a space. If it has a defiant marker, remove that marker. Place a trained marker on the unit until eliminated. Trained units receive +2 strength. Tough. Each time receives a hit, 4, 5, or 6, that hit is canceled. We have Professor Aggie. So with her, we'll be able to go after the super weapon. Can be moved to the hospital or laboratory. She receives +1 to a research die roll. She can also attain a 4th super weapon component. Once per action phase, she may spend her Mother of Invention to gain 1 additional event action by increasing the infection by 3. Place the Mother of Invention action card. Keep track when you've used this ability. While she's in the hospital staff office, every heal action there causes -2 infection. Once the super weapon is discovered, she restores order. It causes -2 infection. And I got the Clarion Courier, which gives me another heroic civilian group. So I got the Farmingdale Furies. They can't make gunfire attacks, but every time they receive a hit on a 4, 5, or 6, the hit is canceled, and they're pretty tough. Okay, and the Clarion Courier, you receive 1 random heroic, which we did. The second supply you would spend during any phase is free. Okay, units in town center can defend Farmingdale from Zeds. You lose the game if the defending unit loses the battle. So we can defend a unit if they go into town center with these guys. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's get started. I have a 3, 2, 4, 2, 3, and 2 there. So let's do our first event, and we have Stocked Barn Discovered. Okay, 1 on the 4R we don't have to worry about. We won't have to worry about infection. We don't have to roll for eat. Zeds is going to be on the mountain and the highway. So let's move the mountain 1 and the highway 1. We get 3 actions. At the end of the phase, if a player unit is in the farm space, increase your supplies. Place the goodies marker in the space as a reminder. Okay, let's do that. The farm. Right here. Okay. Alright. Let's see what I want to do. There's a lot of things I want to do. I want to spend one action. We're going to move her to the laboratory. Sheriff Hunt can move 4, and Wilson the Hermit can move 4. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to use my leadership ability, and I'm going to have this civilians unit, since we're kind of a little weak here, move here. Yeah, that's my leadership ability. Then I'm going to move Sheriff Hunt and Wilson the Hermit. Well, I want to stack them. And I don't want him in town center. He's stronger not in town center. So let's see what I want to do. I tell you what, let's move him 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to go here to the goodies. That's another action. And then as a third action, we're going to build a barricade here. These are the weakest guys. So let's spend some supplies and an action, and we're going to put a barricade. Then as a player action, we're going to build a barricade here as well. So here we go, and supplies, and that's it. That's all we do. Wait, how many? Let me check something real quick. Okay, let me adjust my supplies, because the second supply was free. So it took 2 to build this one, but it really only took 1, and then 2 to build that one. That's the stronghold. I got the wrong one there. So it only took 3 in total. Okay, and then we're going to take the goodies marker off the board, and we're going to roll a die and see how many supplies we get. We get 4. So we're up to 9. Okay, that was a decent turn. I ain't going to complain. Let's go ahead and do the next card. Local Zeds outbreak. Alright, 1 on the 4R. We don't have to worry. 1 on the rolled infect. Don't have to do that. Eat, we do have to eat. So let's eat 1. Alright, Zeds. At the beginning of this phase, Zeds pressure. Alright, during this phase, for each regular Zeds unit eliminated or sent to the hospital after its saving roll, place a new Zeds unit on the space where it was eliminated and apply the stacking limit if necessary. The new Zeds unit may not move. Okay, so we have the suburban track. They're going to move. The mountain track, we're going to have a fight here, so let's raise the infection. Okay, so these guys are no longer defiant. It's going to be even. So let's go ahead and just roll to see what we get. And we got a 6. Ugh. Equal to. Okay. Well, that's not good. So they have to take 2 hits. 1, 2. So they're going to flip and retreat. These guys are going to go with them. These guys will take 1 hit. And then, of course, you know, we have to put a chaos marker in that space. Not very good. But they weren't defeated. Okay, and then the red diamond security. These guys are going to move here. And it looks like we'll be putting a chaos marker there. We get 2 actions. There we go. Okay, what do I want to do? I'm thinking. Okay. I'm going to send the Furies. They're going to go ahead and move. We're going to spend one action. They're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Sheriff is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. And then as a player action, I'm actually going to move these guys back. I shouldn't have moved them. I made a mistake. I wanted to train them for Sarge. So that was a mistake on my part. I might have to end up paying for it because, yeah. Okay. And that's it. Next event. Noel Hellraiser. 2 on the 4R. We don't have to worry. We still won't get the infection. We don't have to roll for eat. At the beginning of this phase, make a fate draw and place the Noel standee on the start track of the fated space. Okay. So let's see where we're going to put her. I think I see somebody. Play during the action phase to place a new. Alright. Okay, so she's going to start on the highway. Alright. Until this unit is removed, +1 infection at the beginning of every phase is in play, but not on the start space. Okay. And then we're going to move the highway, so we're going to have an attack, and it's a 6 and 2. So we're going to have Zed's advantage, but we rolled an 11. So 2 and 1. So these guys are going to take 2. And we'll just take 1. Okay. And then the forest track moves 1. Alright, and we only get 1 action. Okay. We're going to play this. I think I see somebody. So let's go ahead and draw a hero and see where I want them. And we pick, okay, this guy right here, Zeno Jones. I'm going to put him on the mountain track. He's kind of cool too. Let's get him let's look at him. Can be moved into the hospital staff or laboratory. During the 4R phase, you may spend 1 available refugee activation to place this hero directly on the laboratory or hospital staff office space if he's one of those spaces. You may spend 1 additional refugee action to move him directly to any empty space. Once per action phase, he receives his own character action to place his own agenda marker. So he's actually going to be kind of good. Maybe I can use him. Take some of those guys out. And then let's see here. This hero consumes 1 supply instead of 1 ammo when making a gunfire attack. Alright. So his own agenda. Okay. Well, you know, even though this is the hardest, I'm getting help. You know? Okay, so let's see. We only have 1 action. So what I think, I'm going to spend that action to do Sergeant Otto's thing. And what he's going to do is he's going to train and get a +2 strength to these guys. Okay. Then I think we're going to move Jones. And that's the player action. And then I'm going to use his own agenda. And we're going to spend a supply. And he's going to shoot at those zombies. And he got an 8. So he is a 4. He does 2 damage to him. So he actually flips these guys to 1, which is great. So I can maybe do a counterattack. Okay. And that's it for that turn. Next event phase. Explosive experiments. 2 on the 4R will infection. Nope. Eat, we don't have to worry. At the beginning of this phase, roll a die. 2. Add 1 early random to the top of the research deck. Eesh, that's not going to be good. And then, of course, we have to increase the infection by 3. Okay. And now the forest track is going to move 1, and then it's going to move again. So here we go. We're going to have a fight, and we are at equal to, and we rolled a 12. 3 to nothing. So we flip them, and they go down. Now the suburbs track, we're going to have a fight. Let's do the infection, and 3 times 2, and then we move that 1. So Zed's advantage. Alright, we rolled a 9, which is 2 and 2. So these guys are going to take 2. They're going to take 2 and flip. But we have to move them again. So here we go. Another infection. And I don't think it's going to do too well for me this turn. That's a 7. 3 Zeds times 2. 0 and 3. So these guys are killed. These guys are killed. And we lost that. Let's roll for some saves. Nope. No. No saves. Okay. And we're going to get 2 actions. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to do a... We're going to spin his own agenda. And he's going to fire again on those guys. Oh, wait a minute. I was supposed to do the 4R, wasn't I? Yeah, so these guys are going to move. I'm sorry. I should have moved them. Okay, I rolled a 7. And I do 2 more damage to these guys. So there's 2 more. And I have to do a supply. And you know what? I'm going to spin an action, and we're going to do that again. And that supply will be free. And I got a 7 again, so that kills those Zeds. And then, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin an action, and we're going to move the Farmingdale Furies here. Okay? And then, I have my player action. And we're going to, I guess we'll research. I got a 3-4, so here we go. Let's do the research. While this is the current research cards, all Z outbreaks automatically reset the level infection to 2. Okay. Alright. And then I'm going to use my player action, and we're going to move Zeno. He can move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to go to the campground. That way I can put him here and put her in the hospital. Alright, and that's the end of the turn. Next turn. Nuclear meltdown. 1 on the 4R. Okay, so we're going to move these guys. Infection. Well, let's roll for infection. Alright, we're going to have an infection. So it goes down to, let's see, our Zeds are going to appear. The fewest Zeds, that's going to be the mountains. At 2. Alright. And you know what? We're going to play this right now at any time, and we're going to move this all the way down to 0. Okay, we don't have to eat. At the beginning of this phase, check the nuclear plant space. Any unit there suffers 2 hits. Place a chaos marker on that space. Oh, you know what? I did clean. Huh. So it would actually go to 1. I did clean this space. Okay. Alright, no unit can enter that space for the rest of the turn, so put a no entry. And now we have the highway track. Okay, so we're going to have a fight here, highway track. We're going to have Zed's advantage, but we rolled a 10. So 2 and 1. So flip and 1. And they retreat. She will move. Okay. Let me get that. No, I didn't get that. Okay. She will move. And these guys will now flip. Okay, the forest track, we're going to have a fight here. So let's raise the infection up. However, we're human times 3. And we rolled an 8. And we do 3 to 0. We kill them. No problem. And then we have the suburbs track. And then these guys are going to move here. And we have to put a chaos marker on here. We're going to get 3 actions, which we need. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm going to move him 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move these guys 1, 2. I'm going to move her to the hospital. I'm going to use his own agenda and move him here. Shoot. Who needs to get? I need to send those guys. I'm going to have the Furies hold that point. So I'm going to send those guys here. So we're just going to move them 1, 2. That's the final action. I have a player action. And let's do some research. And I didn't get it. Okay. And that's it. Okay, next event. The doctor is in. No 4R, no eat, no infection, no eat. At the end of this phase, immediately place the 13 and conduct an unchecked outbreak. So it's going to go to unchecked, but it's going to go back down to 2. So alright, we have these guys here. And they are going to fewest Zeds units. Well, they're going to the forest then. Okay. Hold for later. Farm nails most can sometimes be seen. Playing time to remove 2 chaos markers with no increase. Okay, I'm going to play that right now. We're going to take that off and move that one. And I think we will... That one will get popped again. But you know what? Just in case, we'll do it for right now. Okay. All right. So let's start the highway. We're going to have another. We don't have to increase the infection. Or do we because of her? I mean, I can't remember. Yeah, we do because that's right. She automatically increases it. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so we're going to have the highway track. And we're going to have problems on the highway track. So we got these and these fighting. It's human Zeds advantage 1. And we rolled a 7. 1 and 2. Okay. These guys are killed. These refugees are killed. Oh man, you know what? I forgot to raise. Let's go ahead and raise the infection for those refugees killed. And then let's see our saves. Okay, I'm able to save some refugees. And let's go put them in the hospital. But I'm unable to save those guys. Okay. So here, let's put a chaos marker in that space. The mountain track moves 1. And the red diamond security track moves 1. We get 1 action. Okay, let's go ahead and move these guys. They were here, 1, 2. And then I'm going to spend my player action, and we're going to train them. And they're going to be +2 strength. And then let's see here. His own agenda. He will research. Come on. Okay. And that's it. Next event. You gotta be kidding me. 2 on the 4R. Okay. So let's move this here. No infection, but it is going to move up 1. Eat. We have to roll. Or find all Zeds. At the beginning of this phase, place a new Zed unit on the starting space of every track. Okay, here we go. We have a 4 here, a 6 here, a 6 here, a 4 here, and a 4 there. And remove all hit markers from Zed units. It's not good. Not good. And we only get 1 action. Okay. Well, all the Zed units got to move first. So, of course, they'll move. Of course, we're going to move here. And then they're going to move. And we're going to have a fight. So, let's raise the infection. These guys are no longer defiant. And we do an 11. So, we're at 3, but Zeds times 2. And it's 2 and 2. So, we're going to push them back. We're going to flip them. Then we're going to put a times 2 on them. Okay, they're moving here. And they're moving there. They are moving here. And now we lose the barricade. They're moving here. And they're moving here. Let's raise the infection. And they're moving there. And the Furies are going to fight. And they have a times 3 advantage. And they roll a 10. And they do 4 hits to these guys. So let's put a 1 there. Okay. Oof. Alright, so let's see what we're going to do. Okay. I'm going to move these guys 1, 2. I'm going to move these guys 1, 2. And Zeno will do his research. Okay, well, that's the end of that turn. Next event, it takes a village, 2 on the 4R. Okay, so they go there. Let's roll for infection. We do. Alright, so we go back to 2. We're going to have a at where the most chaos. 1, 1, 1. Well, actually 2. Okay. So we're going to have a Zeds up here. Actually here. So that's not... Ooh, that's an 8 one. That's not good. Ooh. At the beginning of this phase, replace 1 villagers, refugees, or civilians unit on any track with a new regular Zeds track. I forgot to do that. Okay. Replace the place to use replace unit on the EKG mark. God dog it. Okay, I want to put them here. So I have to raise, let's do that again. Let's put an EKG marker on there. And we have to put a zeds unit there. And we have a 5 zeds unit. So let's go ahead and have our fight. Let's raise the infection. Ooh! Well, that was bad. 3 on equal. 0 and 3. So they got a jeez. 1, 2. And they go with them. Oh my God. Let's put a chaos marker here. Ah, jeez. Okay. So we did that. Okay, I did get this. I'm actually going to reverse that. I'm going to give myself a 3 shift, which is going to be 3, 2 and 1. So actually, these guys only take 1 damage. We can remove that chaos marker. We put these back. These guys will take 2. And that means that these have to retreat. So there we go. Okay, I played the man with no name. Okay, eat. We do have to eat 1. Alright, the red diamond and the mountain track. Alright, so let's do the red diamond. We got to roll for them. 1, move normally. Okay, so they're going there. We've got to put a chaos marker there. They move. And then the mountain track, we're going to have a fight. So it's tied up. It's actually Zeds times advantage. But we're going to get 2 shifts, so it's going to be human advantage. So let's raise the infection. And we rolled a 5. Alright, 2 and 2. So that's going to kill these guys. And they have to retreat. Now we take 2 hits, but we can roll. Oh, okay, that's 1 hit. 2 hits, so we got to flip them. The dice have gone against me. Alright, and then we're going to get 2 actions. Okay. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. We're moving these guys here. Then we're going to spend a supply and another action, and we're putting a barricade there. And you know what? I was supposed to raise the infection. I keep forgetting about her. So let's do that. So we got a barricade there. We're trying to hold them off. Okay. Then I have his own agenda. Let's do research. Do I get it? No. God. And player action. Okay, she's going to heal these guys. It's going to cause a -2 infection. Which we do. But we're going to try to heal these guys to full. And that is the end of the turn. Next turn. Flamin' Zeds. 1 on the 4R. Okay, so we do here. So they're going here. So we have to do that. No roll on the infection, but she does raise it again. No eat. During this phase, each Zeds unit or Zeds mob that leaves or enters a chaos space receives 2 shift on its hand-to-hand attacks. Each Zeds unit that leaves or chaos also suffers 1 hit after its move. This applies to both units in an effective Zeds mob. Okay. So we're going to get 2 actions, and then we're going to have the mountain track move. Now there is no chaos over here, so this will not affect them. Let's raise the infection up 1. We're going to be even. Alright, we rolled a 9. And 2 to 1. Okay, so they take 2 hits, they have to retreat. We take 1, but we can roll for it. Alright, we don't take that hit, so we're alright. Okay, next is the suburbs track. Okay, this is going to be fun here. Alright, each Zeds unit that enters or leaves also suffers 1 hit after its move. Okay, so these are going to suffer, they're going to move, and each of them are suffering 1 movement, 1 hit after its move. So what that's going to do is it's going to flip each of these to 4 and to 4. Alright, but it's going to receive a 2, so it's 8, 4, 2, so they're going to have Zeds times 3. Alright, so that's a 6. And we take 4 hits. Okay. Wow. So they're going to, I think they're going to die. It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're going to die. So let's see if we can save. We cannot. So, alright, they're dead. They go to the cemetery. These guys are dead. It's going to raise the infection up. And let's go ahead and put a chaos marker on the board here. Now these guys also, enters or leaves a chaos space. So they're going to each take a hit for leaving, and then they're going to enter and they're going to take another hit. So each of these are going to be times 2. Okay, and now we got a problem here. I got to get somebody down there pronto. Yeah. Okay, and that is the end of that turn. We have 2 actions. Well, boy oh boy. I got to get somebody over here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to equip the refugees. Okay. So we're going to put them on their spent side there. Alright, that's a free action. We're not having luck with research. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Zeno 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And I'm going to use his own agenda. He's going to burn a supply and he's going to shoot. And he gets a 7. So it is 2 damage. Okay. And then I'm going to use my player aid. And he's going to do that again. So we're going to spend another supply. Ugh, and that's a total whiff. Okay. And that is the end of that turn. Next turn. Sewer Zeds. No on the 4R. Okay. Infection. Well, we have to raise it up by 1. And 6. Okay, but it goes down to 2. So where are we going to have an outbreak? The mountain track. Okay, so we're going to have an outbreak there. Play this card, Graveyard Burst. Place 2 regular Zeds unit as a Zeds mob on the St. Thomas Village space. Well, that's great. Alright, where's that? I think it's over here somewhere, right? Boxville, East Irick, Farmingdale, Engelberg, Nuclear Plant, St. Thomas. God dang it. right here. Okay, that's a 7 and a 3. We're gonna have a fight. Four. Oh my God. Alright, so it's Zeds times 2. And we gotta take 4 hits. That kills them. They're dead. Can we save? Yeah, we can save. We put them in the hospital and we will raise the infection. They're dead. Well, let's see if we can save them. We can, but I have no room. So I don't want to get rid of anybody. So there we go. Raise the infection. Put chaos marker on that space. Okay. Eat 1. Alright, Zeds, sewer Zeds. Zeds stumble out of the tunnel into Farmingdale. At the end of this phase, okay, well, first of all, we got to move him. So he's going to move here, and he's going to move there. Alright. Attempt to move. Make a catacombs roll first. At the end of this phase, all Zeds units on the following tunnel track spaces attempt to move. We have a space 5. Make a catacombs roll first. Okay, they move normally. So they're going to go to the farm space. So here. Let's raise the infection. Let's have a fight. Ooh! Okay, the hermit. Oh my God. Alright. Alright, so Sheriff retreats. Let's put a chaos marker here. He is going to die unless I make a save. I do not, so he is passed. Wilson the Hermit just got killed. Okay, we have space 3. Let's see. And they move normally, and boom. There we go. And we get 1 action. Jeez. Okay. Alright, so we're in some serious trouble. Well, I'm going to use my own agenda. We're going to use our last supply, and we're going to try to shoot one of these guys. And we got a 10. Well, that's pretty good. 3 hits. We kill this one right here. Okay. Let's do Sheriff Hunt. He's going to spend an action and an ammo, and he's going to shoot. And he gets a 5. He has 1 damage. He's going to use his player action. We're going to do that again. We'll spend another ammo. 5. 1 damage. Okay. And that is it. That's all we can do. Horrible turn. This game is just getting out of control. But what do you expect? And I forgot to raise the infection level for her again. Brains. Okay. Raise the infection 3. 1, 2, 3. All tracks activate with each Zed unit advancing 1 space only. However, if they win, they keep going. Okay, so let us start here. They're going to move, and they're tied. So it's 6. 1 and 2. Okay, they're dead. And he takes 2, so he's going to die. Let's see if we can save him. We can. So I'm going to kick these guys out. Actually, I don't have to. I'm sorry. I could put him here. Okay. These guys will move. Okay. That track is done. Next, let's go ahead and raise the infection level because Sheriff Hunt has got to fight. And he rolls an 8. Now he is times 2. Alright, they take 1 damage, so they're going to flip. And let's see if he takes his hits. He's tough. Nope. And he takes 1 hit, but he has to retreat. Okay, now let's have another fight. And now we're going to have a Super Zeds. Come on, so let's reset the infection to level there. So Fate, least chaos. Well, 2, 1, okay. So here. Well, actually here. So they would go to the start track. So the behemoths. Okay. Play this card. No firmer is allowed on the mountain track. Immediately roll for each edge unit on the mountain track. Okay. 5. It swept 1 space away from town center. Okay. 3. No effect. 3. No effect. So basically just stay how it is. Okay. Okay, so Sheriff is going to fight again. Let's raise the infection level up. Okay, that is a 6. I'm kidding, a reroll, I believe. Nope, I do not. Yes, he is rerolled. Yes, I can. That's a 6. Okay. We're at Zeds times 3. 4 hits, none to them. So let's roll for if he can ignore them hits. He can. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he ignores the hits. He moves back. He does takes no damage. However, they're going to attack again because they won. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to get a reroll. Alright, it's a 6. But we are on Zed's advantage. Okay. I have to retreat. I take 3 hits. Okay, he's dead. Alright, he's dead. They move here. They take 1 hit. And let's put it chaos. Now they're going to come in there. We're going to have them fight Sarge. He's the best. We got... we lose that. And they move into town center. Oh my goodness. And the game is now over. That was terrible. You know, it seemed like for a little bit I was doing good and had a decent advantage, but yeah. So, boy, oh boy. Okay, so I would like to talk about this game for a second, because for the time being we're done with it. There is a versus mode with evil characters you can be. Looks very interesting. Unfortunately, I really don't have anybody to play it with. And I don't know how well it would play solo. Like, for instance, Descent or something of that nature. I may test it out and try, but unless I get a bunch of requests for this game, I'm done with it for a little bit. Which, in a way, kind of makes me sad because I really, really like this game. And let's talk about the testament to this game. This game, a couple years back, several years back, started out as a game published on the cheap by people who didn't have a lot of money, with basically a paper board and paper cards and paper tokens, and came in a bag from Victory Point Games. However, the game, I mean, imagine you invent a game in your garage and you start selling it to people, and it's made out of, you go to your local FedEx or Xerox or something and print out materials for a game to sell, and because you have such confidence in it. This game was so good that, as cheaply done and low budget as it was, the base concept and the fun of it was so good, it started to become popular. Hence, a second edition was made, and they upped the components a little bit better, but it still wasn't like a AAA game from a AAA company. But yet, the game, by word of mouth, by people playing, was still so damn good and got even better. And it snowballed, and it eventually got a third edition, which is what we have here. It just goes to show you, if you have a great idea and you work hard on it, you can be successful. Now, I don't. This was the first game I've ever played for Victory Point Games. I saw a playthrough of it. I know they have another one like Darkest Night, which kind of has the same concept. It started off as a cheaply made game, and it was very popular, so it got better, and they did Kickstarter, just like they did with this. This game is amazing. I don't know how any other way to put it. It's hard, brutally hard. It's terribly fun. I mean, this is a very fun game, and you have to think. It forces you to use strategy and think on your feet, because bad things are going to happen, and you just have to react and hope you make the right choices. And you have a limited number of choices. And this is easily in my top 5. I absolutely adore and love this game. So much so that I backed the card pack expansions before I even got the game. Okay? I just knew it. I could tell. And they plan on coming out with more card pack expansions. And if you own this game, the 3rd edition, I highly recommend you get these card pack expansions. They're not that expensive. Okay? They are not. And if you don't own this game, I highly recommend you get it. This is on my must-haves. I mean, honestly, it is. It's so much fun, especially if you love siege, strategy, zombies. It's so much fun. And you can play with several people and spend a night of several hours playing and just have a ball. The components are pretty decent. Seeing as how the game is like $60, 60, 70 bucks, you get a lot of cards, you get a lot of tokens, you get a lot of bang for your buck out of this game. The board is good, the components are decent. I mean, there are better games with better components out there, but for what you pay, it's pretty damn good. My only nitpick, and this is my only nitpick, is the cards chafe. I don't know if you can see this. Let me find some cards. They don't stand the time, and these are all the fake cards, by the way. The test of time, they don't endure that well. They if you scratch, I mean, they scratch easy. They tear a little bit. That is my only gripe about this game. The cards are decent, but like if you grab it like this, like I did right here, it's got a little white mark right there. That tends to happen a lot with these cards. This one has, I don't know if you see it, but 2 on the side right there. So the cards, I guess, could be a little bit more better. But as far as artwork and everything else, I love it. There are times when I'm just bored and I'm looking for something to do, and I say, you know, what game do I want to play today? I'm bored. I just want to play a game. I just want to play a game waste about 3 hours playing a game, get lost, and I'll look at this game a lot of the time and say, man, yeah, because there's so many cards. This is the event deck, okay? This is what we had to play with in this game, and this is what we didn't even use. There's so many cards that you're never going to go through them all unless you play this constantly. This is the Fate deck, and there's going to be more when they come out with those expansion packs. These are all the heroes, okay? And the way they got everything color coordinated, and the stars, see, you have the color coordinators there, and then you have the stars for what the hardness would act. It's great. Now, they didn't need to really... The damn thing came with 6 books. I got this book, this book, this book, this book, this book, hell, and this book. 7 books, I guess. 3, 4, 6 books. And it didn't really need to come out with all that. And so I think, you know, they could do a little bit better and simplify it and just put everything in maybe 1 or 2 books. But other than that, I will highly support this game. I will never sell this game. This is one of my treasured games. If they come out with a 4th edition, they better make it where it's compatible with this, or I'm going to be seriously upset. I don't think I'd get the 4th. I'd keep with this because this is good enough. I will support any expansion packs they come out with on Kickstarter. You can get well, that I'm going to do that. And, you know, when I ordered that stuff, the stuff came out on time. They said it was coming out in May, and it came out in May. Okay? All the contact I've had with them, they are a good company, and that's it. I don't work for anybody. I don't know anybody there. So if you think I'm getting paid to praise these guys, no. This is a must-have game in my book. I thoroughly enjoy it. I was late to the party. I come around when 3rd edition just come out. But you know what? I'm glad. Because this 3rd edition looked like it's the peak set for it. So, Dawn of the Zeds, folks. I could heap praise on this all day, and but I don't waste everybody's time. But like I said, if you have it, support them and get the expansion packs. And you know what? And support other Victory Point games. This looks like a good company to support. Darkest Night looks like a good... I don't have Darkest Night. I would like to have Darkest Night. It looks... I've seen some playthroughs on it. It looks like a great game. It looks like my type of game. It looks like I would love that just as much as this game. But I don't have it. I don't plan on getting it anytime soon. I would like to, but I just don't have the money right now. However, I will back any expansion packs for Dawn of the Zeds 3rd edition. And if you have this game, I highly recommend you do so as well. And if you don't have this game, if you can get it from Victory Point Games, and if they're out of stock and don't know when the heck they're going to come out with some, or they're going to have to do a reprint, either do that or go on eBay. And yeah, you may have to pay $30 to $40 more, but honestly, it would still... I would buy this game for $100. I would spend $100 on this game. And if you add the expansions, I would spend a little bit more. I mean, that just goes to show you how good of a game this is. I would definitely do that. So Dawn of the Zeds, I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I may play around with the verses and see how that works, if I can do it. If I can, you damn well know that I will do a playthrough of it. So until the next time, I hope you enjoyed it. Have fun.